The research vessel Aurora drifted through the dark silence of interstellar space. A crew of 12 scientists and engineers was studying cosmic anomalies on the far edges of the galaxy. They were far from inhabited planets, in a place beyond regular trade or transport routes. Their mission was to explore strange sources of energy, many so ancient that their origins were impossible to determine. On this day, they detected something unique, a massive star in the process of dying but exhibiting unusual energy pulses. Their instruments showed that this star's structure was fundamentally different from ordinary stars. The more the crew studied it, the more astonishing its properties seemed. The star wasn't simply emitting energy, it seemed to be breathing, showing strange cycles akin to the beating of a heart. Captain Eileen Reed, a veteran of deep space exploration, decided to send a scientific probe closer to the star. The probe's sensors detected complex structures resembling nerve impulses. It turned out that the star was reacting to nearby objects and almost seemed to be studying them. The crew called an emergency meeting. The lead astrophysicist, Dr. Thomas Lang, struggled to find the right words. "It looks like we've discovered something incredible. The star is alive. It's responding to our presence. It's aware of us." These words stunned everyone. No one could believe that a star, this massive ball of plasma and energy, could possess any kind of consciousness. But further observations confirmed their theory. The star was indeed alive, and its pulses could be likened to the rhythm of a heartbeat. The discovery captivated the crew. They began analyzing the star's heartbeat and quickly realized that its energy was fading, as if it were a living organism suffering from some kind of disease. Its energy emissions were becoming less frequent and irregular. The star, which they named Helios, was slowly dying. Eileen decided that Aurora had a responsibility to help Helios, despite the risks. The crew was divided. Some felt that interfering was dangerous and unpredictable, while others believed they should try. In the end, the crew chose to support the captain and continue the mission, fully aware that they were entering unknown territory. The crew faced a dilemma: how could they help a star without knowing what was causing its decline? Dr. Lang proposed a radical idea, using gravitational manipulation and energy bursts to feed the star's core and stabilize it. This technique had been used before on artificial nuclear reactors, but no one had ever tried it on a star. While the engineers prepared the equipment, the crew's biologist and psychologist, Dr. Maria Sequeira, proposed another theory. The star might not just be a living organism but a being with a primitive form of consciousness, possibly responsive to emotions and energy. This theory seemed fantastical, but Maria suggested an idea based on the metaphor of the star's heart. Perhaps Helios was capable of feeling the life force around it and might sense their intentions if the crew acted with positive intent. The crew began preparations. To feed the star, they planned to use powerful gravitational fields and energy projectors to channel a stream of plasma toward the star's core, temporarily raising its temperature and sustaining its reaction. Every member of the crew knew that the operation could cost them their lives. An energy discharge could easily destroy the Aurora if something went wrong. The process began. The crew sent the first energy impulse toward the star. Dr. Sequeira, monitoring the star's readings, saw a change in its pulse. Helios was responding to their assistance, as if it were regaining strength. It seemed that the star was stabilizing, but suddenly, an unexpected energy surge erupted, an unpredictable burst of power that threw the ship off course and knocked out part of their systems. Dr. Sequeira had a desperate idea: if the star could feel, perhaps they could somehow communicate with it. Using a neural impulse amplifier, usually meant for communication with AI systems, she sent her thoughts, calming images and emotions, as though she were speaking to an injured creature. Amazingly, Helios reacted. For a brief moment, they felt something like a response, a faint heartbeat on their screens. Everyone was stunned. The star seemed to accept their help, and its energetic breathing became more stable. However, Eileen realized that this process was only a temporary solution. The star was still dying, but now they knew the reason. Helios was channeling its energy into something within its core. After further analysis, they discovered that a new form of life was developing inside the star, a kind of stellar child. Helios was using its last strength to allow it to be born. Understanding this, the crew made the hardest decision. To let the child star emerge, they would need to initiate a chain reaction that would destroy Helios but allow the young star to survive. This decision was not only risky but also tragic, as they might never see the outcome of their efforts. The crew prepared the equipment, knowing that their chances of survival were almost zero. They activated the reaction, and Helios, in a final response, enveloped Aurora in blinding light, as if saying goodbye. Years after the mission, another research vessel encountered a new star in this region of space, a young star surrounded by a strange energy field. Information about the Aurora and its crew remained classified. But among the legends of the stars, there were rumors of people who were not afraid to sacrifice themselves to save a strange fire-breathing creature. The star, known as the Heart of Helios, remained a symbol of humanity's capacity for self-sacrifice, love, and an incomprehensible connection with the unknown.